New South Wales Health has dramatically widened the window of possible spread of coronavirus at a Woolworths in the centre of Sydney's most worrisome cluster. Anyone who visited the Berala Woolworths at any time between December 20 and 31 is now considered a close contact and must immediately get tested and self-isolate until they receive a negative result. Joining me now live is Steve Christou, Mayor of Cumberland City Council. Mayor, appreciate your time. We're talking thousands of people would have gone into that Woolworths over the Christmas New Year period. How concerned are you?
Well, look, we're quite concerned. We're not at panic stations yet, but we are very concerned and looking very closely at this issue and following the guidelines of health.
What is the mood like in the community? There's 15 confirmed cases there now. That includes 2 to be added in today's numbers. How are people feeling?
Look, as I said, people are a little bit concerned, but overall the mood's quite good. It's a watch and see situation. We're following the advice of New South Wales Health. Our council's been proactive. We're putting out a letter in the 5 top languages aside from English in our LGA, explaining that we have 4 specialised testing stations for COVID and basically where to go to seek help.
And just in regards to that, the New South Wales opposition has raised concerns that the health advice isn't reaching everyone, particularly in Berala, because it is only being printed in English on the front of storefronts. Are you finding that this is an issue given how multicultural the area is? Well,
we identified as a council that this is possibly an issue yesterday, and I issued a directive that we're putting out a letter this morning. It was drafted last night to all the residents in the LGA, explaining where they can go and seek assistance for COVID, specialised testing stations with addresses. If they're feeling that they've got cold or flu symptoms, no matter how mild, to go get tested is free. They don't need a Medicare card, and that's done in the top 5 languages in the LGA.
Yesterday, the acting Premier, John Berala, said that there won't be a lockdown in the area. Are you at all concerned, though, that given the potential exposure rates that we're seeing at Woolworths and BWS, that this could change?
It's a watch and see situation. We're just waiting. If it changes, it changes. We're just going to follow New South Wales Health guidelines and support them as best as we can as a council. That's our role, to support New South Wales Health and the benefit of our local community.
And have you been satisfied with the level of consultation with the state government throughout this period?
Yeah, look, on that front, we can't complain. Local Health District has been in constant contact with our council and my executive team. So we are satisfied. And, as I indicated, we just want to move forward and help any way we can.
And what's the testing situation in the area? How are testing rates looking?
They're not as high as what New South Wales Health would like. That's why we took the initiative to move forward and put out a letter in the top 5 languages in our LGA to prompt people to get tested. Unfortunately, some of our areas aren't as affluent in English, so they don't necessarily have access to news streams via the internet to be up to date. So we want to prompt that and help that along with this letter.
And are there enough testing clinics in the area?
Oh, I feel there's more than enough. We have 4 specialised testing clinics: Berea Street, Auburn, Norval Street, Auburn, Long Street, Smithfield, and Maryland's Oval, located at Burnett Street. So there's more than enough testing clinics where people can go to. And I urge people to try the Maryland's Oval Burnett Street clinic. That's very easy to get through. It has a very large car park, so the waiting times there are minimal.
Western Sydney residents are being told not to attend the upcoming SCG test. Do you think that that's fair?
Oh, I don't think that's fair at all. I think that's a bit of an overreaction. The realities are we have a population of 240,000 people in Cumberland. Yes, 15 have tested positive for COVID, but New South Wales Health hasn't felt the need to lock Cumberland down. And Cricket Australia has gone to great pains to point out that they can put on a COVID-safe event, and you're going to have people coming from all over the place, those permitted to come into the SCG. So to lock out Cumberland residents at this stage, I think is a bit of an overreaction and contrary to the advice that Cricket Australia has been putting out that they can put on a COVID-safe event.
And just finally, Mayor, what would be your message to the community?
Stay safe. If you have any cold or flu symptoms, no matter how mild, go to one of our specialised testing stations. You don't need a Medicare card. You don't need a referral. It costs you absolutely nothing. Just stay safe, wear a mask when you go out, take precautions. If we do this right, we'll get this over with quite quickly.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed. Steve, Christou, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Enjoy your day.